Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. The purpose of this video is not to necessarily shock you, although it probably will, but it's to give you the very latest information, or science if you like, around alcohol. So armed with that information, it's up to you then to make the choice whether you want to keep it in your life or not. Before I do that, please subscribe, share the videos, just helps one or two more people perhaps see them and reach one or two more people who they may help. And also click on the link in the description, have a quick read. It just tells you how you can become more involved in the channel and help support. Thanks for that. So alcohol, as I said in the last video, it is the most socially accepted drug on the planet. And it's around us everywhere and freely available everywhere. But it's one of those things, like smoking used to be, you know, people would smoke and even though they knew it was pretty bad for their health, they probably weren't armed with all the full information around it. And obviously now, as we've gone on and there's more science around smoking and the damage it does, then a lot of people have woken up to that and quit. And it's less socially acceptable to smoke now. There's only certain places you can smoke in. Alcohol is becoming more and more widely used. The World Health Organization have reported it as being the main cause in 5.3% of human deaths globally per year. That's around 3.3 million human deaths every year attributed mainly to alcohol, which is shocking really, and probably only the tip of the iceberg. There probably are many more, and that doesn't include the people who have major health issues around alcohol that, you know, are not actually dying from it, but their quality of life is negligible. So I'm going to give you 6, and there are more, probably many more, 6 of the main causes of death attributed to alcohol globally. Number 1 is cancer. And alcohol is a carcinogen, which probably a lot of people aren't really aware of. They know smoking is carcinogenic and there are certain fumes and toxins, but alcohol, let's just get it right from the start. Alcohol is a poison. The moment you put it into your body, a sip into your body, it tries to poison every organ in your body, every cell in your body, and your body immediately tries to expel it and has to work hard to get it out of the system as quickly as possible. And that's just a drop of it. Imagine after a lot of drinks, or you know, even a binge drink, how long the body would take to get rid of that poison. So alcohol is a carcinogen. It's responsible for being the main cause for many types of cancer. Here are some of the main ones: the throat cancer, mouth cancer, esophageal cancer, liver cancer, pancreatic cancer, stomach cancer. Those cancers are mainly caused, or some of the main cause of alcohol abuse. And it doesn't have to be a lot of alcohol. It can be a small amount of alcohol over a long period of time, or just a build-up. You know, it's a carcinogen. Some people get away with it, many people don't. Number 2, one we don't even think about, is it? But car accidents. Alcohol across the world is responsible for millions, and I mean millions, of deaths through drunk driving or alcohol impaired driving. Not staggering drunk, but just having drunk over the legal limit or less sometimes, because it impairs the judgment and causes death to innocent people generally, which is the irony. So one that's often forgotten is that let's be clear about this, I've been responsible for drinking and going behind a wheel myself. I'm no angel. You only wake up to these things as you go along. hopefully anyway. Number 3, one that has a major video on this channel if you want to look it up, and that's liver disease. I go into it, or liver damage and disease. It's a massive cause of death, is liver disease through alcoholism. 3 different types of things: fatty liver, caused by alcohol; alcoholic hepatitis, caused by regular drinking of alcohol; and then of course all that leads on to cirrhosis of the liver, which you've probably all heard of, where the liver becomes unrepairable and you need liver transplant. The liver is the organ that's most responsible for expelling the alcohol from your body, and has to work extremely hard and gets badly damaged while doing so. And that can be just 1-2 drinks a day, less than that sometimes. Binge drinking, maybe you only drink once a week, but it's a binge. That's doing massive damage. So it doesn't matter what your habits are, this damage is building up and building up and building up with all these things I'm going to talk about. Number 4 is heart disease. Alcohol raises blood pressure at a constant level, puts massive strain on the heart and the body constantly. Your heart rate goes up, it has to pump harder to pump the blood around your body, or it has to work harder, sorry. Alcohol also raises triglyceride levels in your body, which is the bad fats, so bad cholesterol if you like, and clogs up the arteries. It affects your circulation, it affects your energy levels, all of this. And on top of that, alcohol is mostly sugar, so it affects obesity. So people who are obese and have high blood pressure and the strain on the heart via all that. Then also there's diabetes involved, which is all these things are linked to alcohol consumption. Alcohol is just empty calories. As soon as you drink it, that sugar in it turns to fat. It's one of the only things, it's one of the quickest things to happen in your body. That's why when you stop drinking alcohol, you tend to lose weight fairly quickly. Number 5, brain deterioration. This is some new science here. Have a look at Dr. David Huberman on YouTube on the latest science on this. But basically, 1 drink will damage your brain. There's no safe level of alcohol for any of this damage. All that bullshit about a couple of glasses of wine a day are good for your heart and all that, it's bullshit. There's no amount of alcohol that is safe, only 0. So when you drink it, it's responsible for destroying brain cells. It shrinks your brain. It works on the area of your brain the same as dementia does, because when people have dementia, the brain shrinks. Alcohol causes the same things. It destroys neurons. It makes new neurons more difficult to be developed over a long period of time. This is what wet brain's all about, where you become early onset dementia. Basically, don't know who or where or anyone is. Basically, you lose all cognitive function. You find things more difficult to remember. It's a nightmare, and that's a constant thing that's happening. Just 1 drink affects your brain, causes shrinkage in your brain, and that's science. That's new science. So be aware of that one. Right, the last one, number 6, pancreas and the stomach. Causes pancreatitis, causes massive stomach issues, gastroesophageal disease, with GORD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, sorry. It causes stomach ulcers, bleeding in the gut lining, pancreatitis, which affects, so pancreatitis is extremely painful, pain under the ribs, massive pain, but it also stops the breaking down of nutrients in your body and in your stomach. So, because those hormones aren't being released by your pancreas, because you're damaging it so much with the alcohol. That's why when most people come out of or get sober after heavy use of alcohol, then they're undernourished. They're more it's like malnutrition. They need massive doses of vitamins and intense nutrition to try and get you over that first hurdle when you get sober, because your body's not been getting any nutrition for that length of time. I'm not even mentioning things like alcoholic poisoning when you binge drink, on alcohol-related violence and the deaths around murders and violence around alcohol, and obviously end-stage alcoholism, which we're talking about at the end of this journey, which is the most slow, painful death you could ever want. It's a nightmare. But armed with this information, or any, and the information you can look up for yourselves, this is real science and real information. You need to open your brain up and have the same mentality as people developed around smoking. All right, I suppose 1 or 2 drinks a week. You can drink, you can do that, and it won't kill you, I suppose. I don't know, but every single drink you're taking is poisonous to your body and your mind. And obviously, if you're drinking regular or binging, then you're developing all of these things I've mentioned at a much more rapid rate, and heading towards that end stage alcoholism, where it will surely develop, because that's where it always goes. So bear all that in mind, make an informed choice and choose the right thing for you. That's all you can do. Make the right choices, and then you'll get the right consequences of those choices. Carpe diem. Seize the day today. Subscribe, like, click on the link in the description. Much love to you all. Bye-bye.